So when we look back over 20 years of my favorite memories, your favorite memories, there's so much. People look at my brand today, or they're introduced to my brand today, and they think it was always that way. Well, standing beside me is one of my nearest and dearest friends. And before she, as you may have seen in another video, before Margaret, this is Margaret Packer, before Margaret worked for me, and we'll talk about that in a minute, she used to pray for me. And she was the friend of a friend. She was the praying friend, as I knew her to be. And then one day I mustered up the courage to ask her to come work for me, and she said yes. So she is
employee number one, the first employee.
And she says it with a little thing, and she tells everybody that I'm employee
number one.
I'm employee
Number one.
And so with all the esteem and the credibility that comes with being employee number one now, back in the day, it was a hustle.
It was a hustle.
So, I mean, first of all, like, we had to, her office was on the road. I was working out of my bedroom at the time.
I was working out of my bedroom at the time.
And when she came to get her desk, like, what am I gonna work? It was a rolly bag and that she had to buy herself. So it was a BYORB, bring your own rolly bag, which was her office.
Yeah.
And when we shot videos, so today our video production is pretty elaborate. I mean, if you look at like NBC, CBS, ABC, Netflix, it's amateur. But when you look at an entrepreneur and you look at where we've come from, it's pretty elaborate. I have a makeup artist that stays the entire day. I have a wardrobe specialist that pulls the wardrobe and lays it out. We have big booming lights and teleprompters and great cameras.
We have snacks.
I fed you. I bought the peanuts from Southwest. I didn't feed you.
No.
We got official food.
That's what I'm saying. We have a table of snacks.
Like an official setting. Like, did you bring? Because before I'm like, did you bring your sandwich from? Didn't you eat? Did we have sandwiches? Did you eat both halves? We were hustling.
Yeah.
And so we have someone that's for timing, and we have a director of the entire shoot that lines up everything that I'm about to do. And we do about 11 to 16 videos in a day because we can now. And we have all these extra cameras that glide and makes things special happen. And oh my God, let me just give you a picture of what it used to look like. Are you ready
I'm ready.
to do this?
I'm ready.
So Margaret was wardrobe. Margaret helped me with the makeup. We had did we have our iPhones? Were we using our iPhones for the camera? We didn't have a real camera.
We were using our iPhones.
We had an iPhone.
Yeah, iPhones were first out.
iPhones were first out, and that's what we were using for cameras. And we didn't have the stand to hold the phone. What do we have it sitting on? Like, I prop my phone in a to-go container. Before. And Margaret was a teleprompter. So Margaret would stand, and she would hold the message. This was literally my teleprompter. She would go up really slow, and I would read the words really slow, and she would go. Now, after a while, it would get so long that it would go behind her head. So imagine this. This is how it looked. and we would stop when her hands got tired. When her arms got tired, we would go, okay, rest. Now, ready, set, go again. And she'd go up really slow. And this was what thousands of people would see with me on the other side of the camera and my one-woman crew behind the camera making it all happen. So these days, my production days look unrecognizable.
Unrecognizable.
I mean, we got a whole crew. I mean, an entire crew to do all the jobs that you used to do.
Yes.
So we have a makeup artist that comes in, and Tavia takes care of me, and she makes sure that everything is in order. I don't have to think about it. And then I have an amazing team that works in full support. So Moshe comes in and does many, many things. Wardrobe is one. I like this for the next shot. This is really good. I love the orange. I love it. And then we have lights, like real sunshine lights. And I didn't even realize how lighting was such a big deal. Back in the day, our lighting was lamps.
Lamps without the shade on it.
Turned sideways, angled on some pillows, pointed at my face, and we pray that you can see us. And now I have an entire crew, an entire team of people. I have literally a project director. So we have a director of the entire production day, and he makes sure he's running the show. I'm actually now not the boss and the talent and the help. Now I can just do what I do because the director has the entire day flow. So as a result, I get more videos done in one day.
And we have a teleprompter.
So as you know, we finally retired the makeshift teleprompter that Margaret would do, and her arms can now rest while I'm shooting videos. We have gliding cameras. We have one of the best videographers on the planet inside this space. We have our production assistant that makes sure that I breathe. She gives me notes for time and some other things. She tells me that I got 1 minute left. She tells me when lunch is ready and when it's cold. And so we have an entire production. This is unrecognizable because there was a time when it was just the two of us.
We can
Make it if we try, just the two of us, you and I. And with the choices, decisions, and the get back up, because we were knocked down a lot of times. This came up. This is what occurred. So Margaret has truly, from wardrobe to makeup to camera woman to refreshments to a teleprompter, she has earned the right to own and sing the song. I'm every woman, it's all in her. Anything you want done, baby, she does it naturally. So again, where you end up will not reflect where you began.
That's right.
And you always just have to begin somewhere. It is as enjoyable for me now as it was then. And then to look back on 20 years and say, look at us now. I'm excited. More great memories to come. Thank you, Mama.
You're welcome.